Somewhere in your DNA, there's a single letter that's different from most people's. That one letter changes a protein, the protein changes a cell, the cell changes an organ. 4 steps down the line, you have a disease. Except, sometimes that exact mutation does absolutely nothing. 2 siblings, same gene. One develops diabetes at 40, the other lives to 90 without a single symptom. Same starting point, completely different outcomes. What decides which one you get? It comes down to what happens at each link in the chain. And the easiest place to say it? Shopping. Say you're buying an iPhone and it costs $1,000. You check Amazon, there's a 20% off sale. Then they announce a Black Friday deal, extra 30% off all sale prices. And you have a coupon, 10% off your total. 3 discounts, 20, 30, and 10. So you're saving 60%, paying just $400? Each discount only sees what's left after the one before. By the end, $504. Where did the other $104 go? The 30% discount didn't see your original $1,000. It only saw the $800 that was left after the first discount. So it saved you $240, not $300. Same with the 10% coupon. It only saw what was left. So it saved you $56, not $100. Each discount operates on whatever the previous one left behind, not the original, just what's left. How much makes it through each step? That's the sensitivity. That's not adding, that's multiplying. And when you multiply percentages less than 1, each step shrinks what's left. It's the reason your saving shrinks at every step. You saved about 50%, not the 60% you expected. The sensitivity of whole chain equals the sensitivities of each link multiplied together. But why does this matter beyond shopping? Because this is exactly how effects flow through any chain. Each link doesn't see the original cause. It only sees what reaches it from the link before. And nowhere is this more obvious than when you're behind the wheel. You floor the gas pedal, but does 100% of that push reach your acceleration? Not even close. Some energy is lost to engine friction, some to air resistance, some to the slope of the road. Say friction passes 70% of your push through. That's your first link. Then the air resistance passes 80% of what's left, and the slope passes 75% of that. You floored it. Only 42% reached your wheels. That push you feel in your seat, that's the chain rule, taking its cut at every link. Now imagine the opposite, a car crash. One car rear ends another at full speed. The impact hits the bumper first, but the car doesn't pass it all through. The crumple zone caves in, absorbing the first hit. What's left travels into the frame, which flexes, takes its cut. Then the seat cushions what remains. By the time it reaches the driver, a fraction of what started. The chain shrinks the blow at every link. Same math that took your acceleration, now it's saving a life. But where else do you actually see this? Dominoes. Imagine a row of dominoes on a thick carpet. You push the first one hard. It falls, hits the second. But the carpet absorbs some energy. The second one falls slower, hits the third with even less force. By the end, a strong push has become a weak wobble. Now put the same dominoes on a hard floor, each one slightly bigger than the last. You tap the first one, it hits a bigger one, which falls harder. A finger tap topples something massive. Same structure, one shrinks the effect, one amplifies it. The difference? The numbers at each link. If each link passes 90% of what it receives, and there are 3 links, do you keep 90% or something less? Not 90%, just 73%. And if each link passes only 30%, you don't keep 30%. You keep 2.7%. Small percentages don't add just up to a small loss. They multiply into almost nothing. Now back to that mutation. One letter in your DNA changes. That changes how a protein folds. The different protein changes how a cell behaves. The cell's behavior changes whether an organ works properly. 4 links, each with its own sensitivity. Now we can answer the question from the beginning. Why does the same mutation cause disease in one person and do nothing in another? Because the sensitivities at each link are different. In one person, each link passes a high percentage through, say 80%. 4 links later, you're left with 41%, enough to cause problems. In another person, each link dampens the signal, say 30%. 4 links later, less than 1% gets through. The mutation's effect vanishes. Same mutation, widely different outcomes. The chain decides. And the same math that decides your DNA's fate trains every AI on Earth. You ask ChatGPT a question. It gives you an answer. How did it learn to do that? The model makes a prediction, measures how wrong it was, then asks, how should I adjust each connection to reduce that error? But the output depends on the last layer, which depends on the layer before it, which depends on the layer before that. It's a chain. So it multiplies the sensitivities working backwards through the network. If those sensitivities are small, the signal shrinks to nothing. Too large, it explodes. That's called backpropagation. Every AI model that's ever learned anything uses this. The chain rule, running millions of times per second. Discounts, DNA, AI. One rule connects them all. The chain rule. When effects flow through a chain of connected links, the sensitivities multiply. Next time you see stacked discounts and think, what a deal, that's the chain rule, quietly taking its cut. Next time you wonder why 2 people with same gene have different outcomes, that's the chain rule. Next time ChatGPT gives you a better answer than yesterday, that's the chain rule, running millions of times to get there. Simple enough to remember, function inside a function, multiply. Powerful enough to shape everything from your cells to your screen.